What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge in 5. More best bets for the night in sports, and we have absolutely no time to waste. Let's bring in the stars of the show because we've got 4 wide today. We got EC, the speculator, and our 5-tool player, AB. So, gentlemen, why don't you sit there for a second while I start with my man, AB, because we found out about an hour ago that through the NFL office after what happened last night, that as of right now, this moment, AB, there's not any I guess, plans to change the schedule. But we don't know about seeding, what's going to happen. The game's not going to be replayed this week. But there are still games that matter that you're locked into. So I'd love to start with you and your kind of analysis on what we have to look forward to this week.
Yeah, definitely. So first off, let me say, what everyone saw last night was a traumatic experience, all right? And I want it to be clear that the Early Edge as a show, and look, Coach and Snake and everybody's done a great job of keeping that the number one focus, and it is, all right? Absolutely is. I want to say that, the NFL this week is kind of in a mess, and I want all of us to be able to discuss this together. So in our chat, in any of our DMs, if anybody wants to just openly just speak about it, please do, right? Like, that's how we're going to operate. But we also want to educate on this show and this channel of how the NFL is operating and how we will operate as well. So as Coach mentioned, all right, no plans right now for Bills-Bengals to make that game up. We don't know what they're going to do with that. But what clubs have been told is there's a schedule for this week, prepare for the schedule. And that's kind of how we're going to operate with it as well. If things change, we can adjust on that, right? But I want it to be clear that we can have an open conversation about that as well as how we move forward. So doing that, all right, I want to kind of start it here first. And looking at the NFL this week, you've got the Tennessee Titans playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars on Saturday night. The champion of the AFC South in a home playoff game relies on this game here. So we're going to take the Titans team total over 16.5. Do the Titans win the game? No idea. Do the Titans cover the game? No idea either. But I do know that they're not going to quit whatsoever. They're going to bring it for 60 minutes because that's how Mike Vrabel operates. And they're going to get 2 touchdowns and a field goal at minimum. So I'm going to take the Titans on that. But that being said, and I'll give the show right back to all the guys, I do want it to be known that we're going to continue to keep our man in our prayers and our thoughts. That is not going to go away. His life and his recovery is what's most important here. But I did want to kind of bring all of us together of how the NFL is operating, how we're looking at it this week, and how we go about it. So hopefully that helps. If anybody has any questions, please let me know. Also, I spoke to sports books, specifically Caesars today. If you had bets on the game last night, again, not that money is more important than the main focus here. If you had a winning prop bet, Caesars is going to cash you out on that as a win. If you had a bet that obviously didn't finish because the game didn't finish, you should see refunds in the next 24 hours. If your book hasn't done that for you in the next 24 hours, let me know. I'll get with them. We'll get that fixed.
Great information from AB. And because of part of what AB said, we just don't know what the NFL is going to do from a football perspective, because eventually this will move forward. And the Bills and Bengals not playing the game this week really throws as far as seeding, which will absolutely affect lines, will affect how teams go about it. We've decided to move our NFL mega preview to Thursday, and by then we'll just have some more information. That's all. That's all. There's no Thursday night game this week, so we can kind of protect that information, get it out to you, and still discuss it, AB, as you said, for the next couple of days. Is that fair for everybody? Is that good for everybody? All right. We're going forward as a brand. Thank you, AB, for bringing that to the table. All right. Now, I'm going to go next. I got one game tonight in the NBA. I gave 2 college games earlier, and the place went bananas. Like, I can't call it college game. But I'm going to go Wizards +8 tonight. Now, this is the same team they played a couple of days ago. Same building. It's kind of that new quirky scheduling that the NBA is doing. Giannis didn't play in that game, and they got blown out. The Wizards have won quietly 5 games in a row. Don't tell anybody. Giannis right now is scheduled not to play tonight. I encourage you to look at the starting lineups. But even if he's in, I still like the Wizards to keep it within this number. But if he's out, I encourage you. The Wizards, they just beat him by 23 points without Giannis 2 nights ago. All right. Now, Specty, with all due respect to you, our man EC came on today and informed us that he is on a heater. Okay. So we only put heaters in the Maestro spot. So you, unfortunately, sir, you're not on a heater. So you have to apparently go next. You're up.
I'll take it. No big deal, because we're going to start the heater tonight for me. We are going with the Kings and the Jazz game. Domantas Sabonis over 34.5 points and rebounds. The Kings just played the Jazz 4 days ago, and Sabonis had 28 points and 11 rebounds on a perfect 12 for 12 shooting night. Now, I'm not saying he's going to have a perfect shooting night again, but this man had 10 easy layups and 2 wide open threes. He had high quality shots, and the Utah Jazz just didn't have an answer for him defensively. And it really makes sense, because the Utah Jazz have allowed the most 2-point attempts and the most 2-point makes in the entire league this season so far. Look for the Kings to play their brand of basketball, really high pace. They are 3rd in pace in the league, and they will do quick, high pick and rolls with Sabonis driving to the basket for easy layups again. He's going to have a big night tonight.
Yeah, so are the Kings. Kazak Attack from the morning show is on the Kings plus the 3. So let's cash both, if you don't mind. Now, EC, man, I tell you what, you've come into the Early Edge universe blazing, and I apologize publicly that I did not acknowledge your heater before right here and right now. But
it depends what you define as a heater, Coach. That's what it depends what you define as one.
Well, right now, M Squared is saying my 20-0, was that a heater? Buckets last week, 17-2, was that a heater? I don't know. Your 11-5-1 is kind of, but it's still profitable. And here at the show, Maestro hates when I say this. We're just trying to win more than we lose. And that's what you're doing. So, big boy, you've earned the Maestro spot today. You're up.
Coach, I'm honored. Thank you. This is my kind of a heater. Still hitting it a little over about 70%. So can't argue with that. We got 2 plays tonight, guys. College basketball, Minnesota and Wisconsin, over 124. Now, you think about these 2, slow-paced offenses. Nah. Wisconsin, 4-2 to the over at home this season. They're averaging 72 points per game at home, giving up 60.5. When I do the math, as you know I like to do, that's 132.5. So we're just going there. Minnesota, I think they've lost 6 times this year, giving up 76 points a game in their losses this season. I think this game goes in the upper 120s at least. I'm going to say somewhere in the neighborhood of like 73 to 54. That's 127. We still hit the over. I'm good with that. All right, on to the NBA where I'm 0-1. I got to get back on track on this one, guys. Josh Giddey, over 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists for the Thunder against the Celtics this season. Now, he had 27 against the Celtics in the earlier game this season, which, by the way, was 126 to 122. He had 26 last season. The sportsbooks know something. If he had 26 the first time and 27 the second time, and now they have 28.5, somebody knows something. He's taken double-digit shot attempts in 28 of 31 games. In December, he averaged 31 points, rebounds, assists per game, an average of. And in 3 of his last 4 games, he's had 20 points and at least 9 rebounds. Right there, that covers it. And that's not even with assists. Feel good about these 2 tonight, Coach. Let's keep the heat going.
I almost played the over in this game, and now you're telling me I knew the total from the last time they played, and I didn't put it in as a play, but damn it, I want to. I like that. I like that over tonight. Only 3 games, by the way, in the NBA. And the chat, great as always, telling us that Giannis is now listed as available, and I saw reports that he was out tonight, so check the starting lineups. If he's in, he's going to be starting, period. And then kind of, you want to take it down to half unit, I'm cool with that. I'm still going to stay on the Wizards regardless. They are trending in the right direction, and I'm getting 8 points. So I like that. All right, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap. The speculator is on Domantas Sabonis, over 34.5 points and rebounds. I'm on the Wizards plus the 8 in Milwaukee. Then EC, a resident college everything aficionado, Minnesota, Wisconsin over 124. Now dipping his toe for the second time in the NBA. A little Josh Giddey, over 28.5 points, assists, and rebound. Then AB, looking forward to the weekend. Get it now, though. You don't want it to get to 17 because that's a key number. Titans team total over 16.5. We just cashed this with the Broncos last week and another team I can't remember, but this is one of AB's specialties. And with that being said, turn on your notifications. This week, very, very important. We have a brand new golf show tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We've got our NFL Mega Preview scheduled for Thursday. We haven't given out a time yet. We're going to wait to see what information we have. We're looking at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And also in accordance with golf, M Squared has his brand new golf article up if you are a SportsLine member, because the PGA Tour season resumes this week on Thursday. We got you covered top to bottom. So with that being said, there's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets. By the way, did you notice EC has a new background? Straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, love them all. EC, Speculator, AB, Snake on the ones and the twos. I am the coach. Every single day. We haven't missed a day since 2020. We're now in 2023. We don't plan on missing a day anytime soon here at the Early Edge. And yes, sometimes we do it in 5. Good luck.